Hi YouTube, this is Trish Pickard. I'm coming at you with another crafting video. What we're going to do today is we're going to take any ordinary photo album and we're going to cover it and customize it. And the things that you're going to need to do so is, of course, a photo album. It doesn't matter what size a photo album is. You can do big ones, you can do little ones, it doesn't matter. It's your preference, okay? So I just got a small one as an example. And you're going to need a hot glue gun. I like to use a high temperature glue gun because for some reason the glue is better. And of course you get a pack of glue sticks typically when you buy the glue gun. So it's just regular. And it'll tell you on there low, medium, or high heat glue. And you'll need a pen to mark off so that you can mark off the area that you want. A regular pair of scissors. These are my scissors that I really like. Some batting. Some people will use it, some people won't. This particular one, I'm still unbashed about this one because the fabric that I picked out for this is pretty thick. I usually don't use a thicker fabric like this. It's a fleece fabric. So let me show you what it says on it. It's so cute. See? Dogs are my favorite people. So I thought that was really cute. And I have a dog, so I understand I haven't showed him that much. He's kind of camera shy. He kind of gets a little grumbly when I go to show him or I hold him too long. He's kind of a little bit on the old side and a little bit on the cranky side, so I don't like to upset him too much. Okay, so we'll have to go let's see how we're gonna have to get this to work. Oh, okay, that'll work. Okay, so what I typically do, and I'll bring you down so you can see what I'm talking about, so we can walk through this together. Typically, I go long ways, okay? Well, because this fabric is the way that it is, I have to make it work for the size of the photo frame that I bought, I'm going to have to go short ways. So we're going to make it work, okay? I only want this saying on one side anyway, so it's not really going to affect anything, so that's why I don't mind. And I can save the other part of the fabric for something else because I got like quite a bit of it, so that's why I don't mind. So I'm gonna lower you down because you know I'm still trying to figure out these camera angles. I'm still fairly new at this, but I'm hoping you're enjoying what you're watching. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Okay, and let me get my glasses on so we can do this together. Okay, so I'm going to move the fabric down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Nope, wrong way. Move it towards me. Everything's a little backwards here. Hold this up. Okay, so this is what I want to fit right here. So to make that work, I have to do it this way, okay? So what I'm gonna have to do is take this extra fabric and you fold it right here, okay? and then you can add to the back or only go so far. But because I want that smack dab in the middle, so what I'll have to do is just mark and hope that it goes all the way through. If not, I know where that square is, okay? But for it to actually show the dogs that sing, well, let's double check. I might have a different one that may work a little bit better. Oh, there's one that we could possibly go the other direction. Let's see. Yeah, see, this one might work a little bit better. A little bit better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew if I just played with it a little bit, I'd find one. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So we're going to, see? I would have made a completely different mistake because it goes one direction one way and then it goes one direction the other way. So what we do is we cut however much we need to fold in here. So I don't think I am going to use this because of the fact that it is such a thick fabric. And you fold it back, fold it back, fold it back. And I'm probably all up in your space where you can't really see what I'm doing. But anyway, you fold it to where it'll go right to the edge, okay? And then you just cut. Because I was going to sell this on eBay, but because we have a dog and my husband really liked the fabric, he says, oh, no, 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 no. He says, nope. He says, I'd rather keep it and put our little doggy pictures in it because we have a lot of pictures of our dog. And we have a other animal that happened to pass away that we did the same thing for, and then see, we just fold this fabric away from it. Okay. And then we flip her over, flip her over. Oh, lost you. So let me move everything out of the way. Because see, like right here, it's upside down to me, and it's probably upside down to you. So what we're going to do now is move everything down. Got to straighten her out. Got to straighten her out. Because I want you to see what I'm doing. Because this way you can make these yourself. You don't have to and you can take other pictures or other items. Like you can do your children's photos and buy a big photo album. And then just get whatever that they like to. Like, some people are into video games. Some people are into princesses and things like that. Just get some 100% cotton fabric. And then some of this, which is just really thin. Really thin. You can buy this actually by the yard. So you only get what you need. And you take the photo album and you lay it down on the fiber, it's 100% cotton fiber. And then you just ask the people at your local fabric store to cut it for you, okay? Let me get to stop yakking and yakking your ear off, okay? So now that this glue gun is heated up, you take a little string of glue, and like I said, be careful because this stuff is a high heat glue gun and it gets hot. You can get real burnt up from this stuff, okay? And I am so sorry, but it's hot up here where I live and I have to have a fan blowing on me. I know that it's probably a little bit distracting, but I can't do it without the heat, without the fan on. I am so sorry about that. But I think a lot of people understand that. That, you know, they don't do heat well either. And depending on how I feel, well, what I'll do is I'll fold this all up and everything real nice and neat. And then when I turn it up, then I'll glue it down some more. Because what I do is I leave enough everywhere to kind of fold her up like if she's a Christmas present. I was having a struggle with the word again. You know me and my struggling with words occasionally. Okay? So, now that that side's done for now, okay? And we know that this one's cut. We can flip this one over there. Okay? And we do the same thing on this side. But you see there's no other, so I'm not ruining if I wanted to do another one, another photo album that was just about dogs again. Because I have another piece down here, the one that I was trying to use, it's down here. So I'm not hurting that particular one. And what I do is, like I said, I fold it over. And this time I'll just go all the ways over. Because I want you guys to see what I'm doing here. And I know it's a little bit harder to do it when it's all sealed like an envelope, okay? But I'll move her over so you can see what I'm talking about, okay? But yeah, it's pretty cinchy-winchy, but a lot of people will just go buy custom frames or have people make custom frames. And this is a very inexpensive. Between the fabric, the photo album, and the glue, I maybe spent $6. You know? So I didn't spend a lot on everything. And then I have a custom photo album for all my dog photos. Because I love my little puppy. He's just a spoiled brat. And he is. He knows it. He knows he's spoiled. There's no doubt about that. That dog ain't spoiled. Okay? So, and this may be too long because I'm noticing that this one happens to be a little bit longer than, let me even her up here a little bit. I think that's what it is. Okay, there we go. Yep, I cut her a little bit too. But you're allowed to make mistakes because I haven't done one of these probably since my kids were, actually, yeah. I haven't done one since my kids were probably about, I'd say 10 or 11 years old, so it's been a few years, okay? I did my husband and I's photo frame. Him and I helped, like, collaborated together on what we wanted. And we bought a photo album, and then we just broke it down and zhuzhed it up. And a lot of people really like that. Like, they think I bought it that way. And I didn't. I tell people all the time, I'm just crafty and I don't do all that, okay? So let's get to stop yik-yakking and get some of this glue down here so we can get this. And this one, I'm going to put a little extra glue everywhere. Ooh. I don't know what the heck is the dealio with that. Sometimes these glue sticks will want to cooperate, and other times they don't. There we go, see? It just depends on the mood of the glue stick. Okay. Set her back down, flip fabric back over, and of course this fabric, it's going to get hot through the fabric. Okay. Yeah, you can feel the heat just coming off the for some reason the edge did not catch. Everywhere else did, because I got crazy with the glue and it didn't catch the edge, that's one of the spots that will come up the quickest and the fastest. And then we trim her up after we're done with everything. Then we trim her all up, like, you know, if it's too close to the edge and it doesn't give it the room to open and close and things like that. Okay, then we're going to turn her this way. And of course it looks like it's a little bit confusing because everything is kind of wonked out here. But if you feel, you can feel right here on this edge. Like, you can actually still feel the photo album underneath the fabric, so you don't have to worry about if you're going to cut your fabric or cut into your photo frame or photo album. And a lot of photo albums that you buy are super thick, so you'll be able to feel them. But because I've been doing this for a while, okay, right there. And so what I'll do is I'll go up maybe about, because I don't want to have like a whole bunch where I have to wrap it up like a gift extra. There we go. See? And now that we're just dealing with this little bit of fabric, it's going to be easier for both you and I to maneuver with it instead of that big amount. Okay, so we're going to turn her again. I don't know why, but I like cutting from the right. From the left. I think it's maybe because I'm left-handed. But see how you have all those papers? Well, you know the photo album is just a little bit more than that. So what you do is you go, like I said, about a half an inch to an inch down. wants to give me guff today. I love these scissors, but they get dull. That's why I got those new scissors, and I really just don't care for them. Okay. So we're gonna close her up so you can see. Okay, let's. Okay, I didn't get it over far enough. See how it like has a lot of this white in here? So what I would do is what I'm getting ready to do. And I don't suggest, I mean, of course it happens. So what I do typically and a lot of people are going to be like, don't do that, don't do that. But I don't like it like this, so I'm going to fix it. See? And let's make sure that that fixed the problem. Okay, just a little bit more. That's one thing I can say about fleece, is it's got stretch to it. So it's not like it's hurting this fabric at all. Okay. Let's try this and see if it works. I know a lot of people out there are probably screaming, you shouldn't have done that. But I've done it before. I just haven't done it with this kind of fabric. I've done it with cotton. Or I've literally just cut it off and started over. Like, it happens, you know. Mistakes are meant to happen. Or they're called mistakes because it wasn't meant to be that way. Okay? You have to look at things. Not everything's going to come out perfect every single time you do something. Okay? We got to remember that. You got to give yourself grace for mistakes, or you're not going to learn the lesson. And my lesson I'm taking away from this is I probably should have been a little bit more patient and a little bit more precise in measuring it. Okay? Yeah, see? Now it's just the G, but I can live with that. Okay? So, but because it's for myself, it's just a cute little photo album. Like, I'm not going to even try to sell this one. I have, like I said, I have more fabric, so I'm not looking to make anything off of this one. It's just to show you how to do this. So what we do is, I'm gonna have to cut some more of that off because it is still not laying right. And I think that that's because that's where that glue was originally. I think that's why it's not wanting to stick right there. Okay. Okay. And how I fix the tops and the bottoms of these are, I'm going to have to turn it at a very odd angle for you, is what you do is you lift and tuck. Here, I'll do it up here. You lift it and you tuck it down, and then you go down, and then you put a little stream of glue, and then you fold this over. You're gonna have to pull in like that, because that glue is gonna be hot. Like I said, it's going to be hot, no doubt about that. Okay. Woo! See? But how long I still do it. It doesn't matter how many times I've done this, I will still take away a minor burn. A minor burn or two from it, so I'm used to it. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to get used to burning yourself, but it happens. Let me get it. Oh, we're good. So put another strand of glue, and especially on these hot temperatured glue guns, what I usually do is I'll use my scissors and swipe it out like that, but then see what it does to my scissors. That's why I don't like doing that. Even though it don't take but a second to peel it off, it's the idea of that you have to peel it off. I think that's why I ruin my scissors all the time, or I have to have my husband sharpen them, or they get dull easily, because I use them for more than cutting stuff. Okay, so they're kind of my all-purpose tool, especially when it comes to crafting. Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta wipe my brow. It's supposed to be 116 degrees today. It was that yesterday. It was just a little bit wild. Too wild. And then when it comes to right here, let's see if we can get this to go over. Okay, so when it comes to right here, yep, I'm going to have to do that. Usually when I overcut an area like that, which I just did, because you can see that it's a little bit wonky right here. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to cut it back a little bit, and then just slip it underneath there with a little bit of glue and hold her in place. So we'll do that little piece last. And I'm going to try something a little bit different this time. I'm going to put the glue on the fabric and roll the fabric. Onto it, because this one is a little bit close, and I'm really done burning myself. Okay, yeah, see, that worked. That worked. Okay, so and then you take this other side over here. That's fine. And tuck her in, tuck her in, tuck her in. Like she's going to bed. Because that's what she's doing. And then see how you can get in here and put 1 drop of glue. And squeeze her down. Ouch! That one got my nail. Yeah. See? Hot glue is risky. A lot of people will just, that's why I think they buy them from other people, because they really don't want to do all this hot gluing and hurting themselves. But a lot of times what you can do too is make slip covers, like back in the day in high school. I don't know if they do it now, but back in the day in high school, we used to, out of grocery bags, the brown grocery bags, we used to fold them up and make slip covers for our books. Well, they don't do that now. Now they just carry their books, or they are everything's on computers. You know what I mean? So that's like, and then you can do that same technique on a photo album. So if you don't want to use glue, you can, or if you don't want to use hot glue, you can use regular glue and then slip it on. And then just glue it in a couple spots with some Elmer's glue. But the thing is fabric and Elmer's glue don't actually adhere very well. But you can actually make the slip cover or the book cover that's sewn together. And then you just slip the cover in, just making sure that you have all your measurements. But that takes a lot of skill and you got to be real good with a machine. And a lot of people are afraid to try it, which it's not that I'm afraid to try it. I enjoy this. I don't enjoy the burning myself, but I enjoy everything else about it. Okay. So but there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I know you heard me ouching and ouching and ouching a lot, but I mean, you can use the lower heat gun, like glue gun. But for beginners, I would suggest to do that. Okay, so let me bring you up so we can discuss this, okay? Okay. See, like I said, I'm getting better at moving you up and down without going a little bit crazy. So on this particular one, it wouldn't have mattered if it was this way or this way, because it's just going to have my dog pictures in it. So it doesn't make a difference. A lot of people say, oh, this is the correct way. There's no right or wrong way to do things. But for beginners to cover your photo album, like I said, there's several different techniques that you can do. You can wrap your fabric over parchment paper, or not parchment paper, over crafting paper, because they sell that by the roll, and then put Elmer's glue, and then get a low glue gun, low temperature glue gun, and then tack it, and then make sure that it's measured to the right size of your photo album, and then put her together, okay? But you can do it for any size that you want. It doesn't have to be for this size. But like I said, I actually made this one because I thought it was a cute fabric. I was going to make my dog a sweater, but my dog doesn't need sweater in 100 and something degree weather. So I thought this would be a cute idea, especially for all his pictures, because we have pictures of him. All of our animals we actually have pictures of. We had a cat that was 20 years old, 16 years, 19 years old, and he passed away. So we have a lot of pictures, and we put his pictures all in a photo album, but I just haven't covered that photo album because it brings back a lot of memories. Sometimes they're happy memories, sometimes they're bad memories. It just depends you know, how I'm feeling. So anyway, try this and leave me comments down below if you like this one or not. I understand that, you know, using the high temperature glue gun is very painful and it can hurt, okay? So just use caution when using a glue gun. If you're going to have children do it, I would suggest them to try to do it with Elmer's glue and construction paper to start off with. But if you're going to try it, try a low temperature glue gun and then graduate up if you find that you enjoy it. So, ta-ta for now. Remember, if you have nothing nice to say to somebody or something, don't say anything at all. Bye.